didn't have to.
Clinical. Southampton. Wow, what a win.
What happened to you? Your 3-0 prediction? You predicted 3-0.
I didn't predict 3-0.
You predicted 3-0.
I predicted 55-45 in England's favour, but cricket's a funny game. You can really tilt everything. And then, but then
70-30.
no, but then I said after Bhuvaneshwar's dismissal of Butler, the tables are totally turned.
Then after one more dismissal, you change. After one more dismissal, you cannot keep changing like that.
Nah,
you guys are underestimating this Indian team.
That set the tone. That ball, if there is one ball that set the tone of this match, was Bhuvaneshwar's in-swinger.
Yeah, even if Butler would have batted, who would have given him company? Please tell me. Jason Roy looked like he's playing for the first time.
Exactly.
You've given him a bat in the hand for the first time.
Yeah.
That first over by Arshdeep Singh to Jason Roy was like as if you or me or Rahul have been given a bat to face Malcolm Marshall. Ouch. It was like that.
Ouch.
It was like that. I'm serious.
Yes.
Jason Roy tried everything, dancing on the wicket, and after at the end of few deliveries, he was nodding his head, saying, "Too good." And by the way, what a first over debut,
Maiden.
Arshdeep, first over.
Maiden, right?
Maiden, yes.
One of the few guys in the world who started off his career with a maiden, that too in a T20I.
Great start.
Unplayable he was. One ball coming in, one ball going out. Yes. One ball coming in, one ball going out.
And this was a good batting surface that we were talking about.
Yes, that's why you had said 70-30.
Exactly. And I think Indian fast bowlers especially, they bowled really well. And as you said, actually that over, from Bhuvaneshwar,
that one ball set the tone to Butler. Yeah. Because you have immediately knocked off the guy who could have. You immediately knocked out that one guy who would have made it remotely possible.
And going by what we've seen in the IPL, two players in that England team, both gone for duck.
Yes, Liam and Joss.
We're all making fun. This English team, don't like to hit fours. They're disappointed when they hit 4. They only like to hit 6.
So I think they should jump off the cliff because they've gotten out for wickets.
Nothing. Listen, by the way, nothing changes in one game.
Yeah.
This English team also doesn't become bad. Indian team also doesn't become great. The thing is, when you saw this team, when you saw the bowling of this English team, then you knew that it was a 50-50 contest.
Yes.
But it didn't play out like a 50-50 contest. That's another thing. They had a very poor day. That's not to say they can't bounce back. Like India didn't start off very well against South Africa, then bounce back at home.
Yep.
So to say England world, so they're not that bad a batting team.
Yes.
The way they were made to look today, they're not as bad a batting team. On days they will also score runs. On days Joss Butler, Jason Roy, David Malan, Liam Livingstone, all of them will score runs. Yes. Today the Indian bowlers are outstanding. What a start by Arshdeep Singh.
Thankfully we will not return home winless.
Why are you sounding so down and out? India has won. Just because you had picked 70-30 England to win.
Obviously not.
You're sounding sad.
India played well. In fact, it was an all-round effort from the Indian team. They batted well. And, inexperience in that English bowling team.
Yes.
Especially with the bowlers. Because it's not possible that Indian bowlers were getting that much of swing and they were not.
Good point.
So, that also tells you how good the Indian fast bowlers have been.
Yes.
Not just in this match. Somebody like Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, he can move the ball, I think.
And that too, 80 plus miles per hour. It is going to be an unplayable concoction.
No, Bhuvi's got his mojo back, that's for sure.
Yes.
His ball swinging the way it used to when Bhuvi was at his peak is the best sign for Indian cricket. Today Arshdeep got that one chance and proved that he belongs to the top level. Of course the conditions also aided him, but that's he made the most of the conditions.
Yes.
What are the chances of BCCI announcing Arshdeep as part of the squad? He's anyway there for the ODI. He's not coming.
Yeah.
And then he has to go to West Indies also.
I just couldn't.
Perhaps he'll get a longer rope in the ODIs. They'll try him out on the ODIs, and if he does well in the ODIs, pick him for the T20Is in the West Indies. That might happen.
He's going to be there in England. In case there's an injury, then only he can, play or can be drafted into the team. But as of now, he's not part of the next two T20s, which is strange actually. To me, it is strange. I'm sure the selectors must have had a discussion as to what their plan with the team.
No, I'll tell you why that was the case. Because those test regulars were not available.
No, that's fine. I understand.
So that's why.
But a lot of players, for example, Ruturaj, Sanju Samson, Rahul Tripathi, they are coming back.
Yes.
They are coming back. But Arshdeep was retained. So he could have well been included in the squad. Then and they played him in this game. I would have wanted to see him. I wanted to see him more.
Yes. But actually, even if he doesn't play those two T20Is, he's done no harm to his reputation and
yet again. Sir, I'm also there. Like we also for talent recruit. Okay, as a backup, sir, I'm also there. Yes. Don't forget me.
And he's going to get white ball opportunities.
Yes. And he's a left-arm fast bowler.
Big.
A lot of players can do well. A lot of fast bowlers have done well in the past. We've seen Avesh Khan. We've seen a few others. But because he is a left-arm fast bowler, it adds. Maybe he gets an edge.
Yes. I think you should have a left-arm pacer just for the variety factor.
Absolutely.
Because the unidimensional, which suppose everybody is right-handed, one-dimensionless thing comes into play. But with the left arm, it changes the whole equation.
I think he has to be in that T20 World Cup
squad, yes.
Because of course Natarajan was there. They saw him, but because of he's an injury-prone player. So
if he's not picked for the West Indies series, I think Nattu will be picked for the next cycle.
I think they've moved.
They've moved past him.
Also age not on his side. Just go to the comment section, please, Shivam. We can take a few comments.
But whatever it is, it's Bhuvi who's the X factor.
That's it. By the way,
Hardik is there, but
the good point, by the way, that Ayush Garg is making, that this white kookaburra, because white ball cricket they play kookaburra, has more sting than that red Dukes. True.
Of course. Who would have thought?
That is true.
The tables have turned even in the balls.
No, that's because I was reading a lot in the English press. From this season onward, this batch of Dukes ball haven't been doing very well. So it's also probably the nature of leather that you get. They're getting soft really fast. It's been happening for a few years now. So maybe that. But the kookaburra also does well in the T20 because kookaburra swing is initial, first few overs. So in ODI maybe you may not get that much help going later.
Exactly.
But this was really helpful and outstanding performance.
And the manufacturers have also admitted now that this particular batch of Dukes balls that was used in that test match and then before also against New Zealand test series that England played. So it's there's something wrong with that. Even the color, the lacquer, if you see.
Bit soft.
Initially it was dark cherry red, now it is different.
13th consecutive win for Rohit Sharma as captain.
Yes.
Wow. We'll talk about Hardik Pandya, but before I get to that, one point I wanted to spend some time on, and that was how about what are you doing, Shivam? How about India's fielding?
Was pretty bad. Even Dinesh Karthik's wicket keeping.
I have a serious concern about DK as a keeper after this performance.
I don't think he's going to be keeping.
But he should just play as a pure batter then. By this performance, I think you can't persist with DK as the keeper.
Can I be also fair to DK the keeper? The ball was swinging so much that the batsman Jason Roy, who's born and brought up in these conditions, was struggling to read where it's going to go after pitching.
Yes.
How do you expect someone like DK also to figure out? Not easy.
But didn't DK have a torrid time behind the stumps even in the South Africa series, India-South Africa?
I can't recall that.
He did.
I can't recall that. I know that he kept, by the way, he didn't keep for all games. They kept shuffling between Ishan and him.
Yes.
But I can't remember him having such a bad time. But today it wouldn't have been easy again.
But still, we're a professional cricketer, wicket keeper.
Yeah. No, today fielding was bad all round.
Deepak Huda's catch.
There were so many drop catches,
Yeah.
not
He
just
dropped a
one.
lot of
Many catches were dropped.
Varun Parvatneni makes a valid point. In fact, he says that great captaincy by Rohit Sharma in giving Arshdeep the final over holding Bhuvi. Arshdeep is not part of the next two games, so giving him that additional time. That's actually, I agree.
No, also the other good call that he did, bowl Hardik in the power play.
Yeah.
Rohit got him and he did the thing. And Hardik Pandya, man, anything he touches turns to gold.
Can do nothing wrong these days. Bold decision to bat also. It was actually, to me, I thought it was actually a bold decision to bat against this England team. The kind of batting lineup they have, the firepower they have in that batting lineup. It was actually a bold call.
Yep. I think India were boosted by the fact that England's inexperienced bowling probably gave them that edge.
Yes.
Because look at Sam Curran is making a comeback after a very long time. Chris Jordan was not setting the stage on fire, but he did today. But apart from that, Harry Brook, Reece Topley, very inconsistent.
Mumbai Road. You were saying that Siddharth was saying that 3-0 in favor of England. It was you who said, see, he just...
No, all of us said 3-0.
No,
Everyone said 3-0.
Did I say?
You were not there that day.
Exactly. I never.
You were not there, nah? So you didn't say. You would have said anything different.
Did I say 3-0? I can't
he
recollect.
said it.
Maybe I.
Maybe.
What did you say then?
I don't recollect.
I think
then-
he said 6-0.
I didn't predict the bagel. No.
Possible. No, you were not. Okay, tell me now. You would have said something different. Today you were saying 70-30 after India got. And you would have said before that something
and
else.
he was using 20 runs short.
Right.
Yeah,
We won that,
that we admit. Yes, we made that big mistake that they were
No,
20.
but see, again, as I said, prediction doesn't mean 100%
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
They were the better thing. By the way, when I looked at the bowling attack today, it was said that this is 50-50. This bowling attack does, like India, get their test regulars back. Do England get their test regulars back? No.
No, they have named the squad.
So this is going
This
to be...
is the squad, yeah.
This is their squad. And
This
somebody
bowling,
like
I'm not
Marquardt
good.
is missing, Chris Wokes is missing.
Yeah.
From this team.
So what Mumbai Road is saying that you predicted 3-0 in favor of England. Now what's your prediction after the first T20? I think on most days like they will. I don't think this batting order will fail like this.
Yes.
I think on some days, on most days against this English bowling attack, India will get a good total. But on some days, this English batting lineup will chase it also.
Yeah. What if England bat first? Then it changes the dynamic.
I was saying that they can
But
even
the-
it out.
But the way the Indians bowled today, I think this will again play on their minds. The England team, the way the Indian team has
Yeah,
bowled.
but also you mustn't forget that this was a late game. The next two games aren't late; they are day games.
Day games, yes.
So that changes a lot. And I said this that flatter conditions will help England more because that's the kind of batting that they enjoy. If you see in ODI cricket also, they like flat bat. That's why their pitches have started becoming like that.
Yeah.
Because they feel that let's go one-on-one in terms of just hitting and we will be able to beat most teams. I think England's approach is that. They've shown it in ODI cricket. If you see, you get 350, 400 also in England.
Yeah.
Pretty often. So they go with that approach that go all out attacking. Now you'll have day games and I think that in swinging condition always said that India get the advantage.
Yep.
But now when you get like flat pat pitches, I think it could be close. So you're asking me for a prediction. I'm still not going to now change it. I'll go 2-1 now.
In favor of?
Very tough. It could be India or England, but still 2-1. I'm not saying 3-0 also.
2-1 India for me. No.
2-1 India for you. I'm 2-1. I don't know which one because
And ODIs, I think England have an edge. 2-1.
2-1 England in ODIs. We'll see. Maybe. What about you? What is your prediction? You did
2-1.
In favor of?
We'll cross the bridge when it comes.
Man, I mean,
How can you make a prediction by
2-1. But even I also think that England will come back, and this is
Yeah.
what preparation is all about.
Yes.
We often talk about that the Indian team was undercooked when they went to England for that World Test Championship final. Then this particular Test match, they didn't have ideal preparation. But this team had an ideal preparation.
They
For
played 4
although I
matches.
don't know- Although I don't know whether T20s, if they need any sort of preparation or not, but this team they played.
They had 4 matches, 2 Ireland, 2 warm-ups.
Yeah.
Northamptonshire and Derby.
Exactly.
Wow.
So let's get to the hero of the match.
Hardik.
The man.
The myth.
Huh?
The man, the myth,
The
the
legend.
legend. Hardik Pandya.
He is totally enjoying his cricket. Whatever you get him to do, he's doing it.
Anything he touches.
Batting so maturely.
Yes.
And see, today only we were talking about him. Remember that video that we were watching?
Yes.
This is a purple patch. Winning an IPL title, first stint as captain, great series against South Africa with the bat. Now this.
Yes. Rajan think that's a very good question. Please answer that, Rahul. He's asking, sir, इस वक्त आपके ऑफिस में चाय मिल जाती है?
हाँ, मिल जाती है.
100%. That is how we're surviving. At what time is it?
It's
2:25.
2:25.
At night we're surviving because of that. Everything is surviving.
222.
We survive.
मिल जाती है. This Rahul Vasudev.
From Australia, my friends, it is good morning to you.
Yes. 7, I guess, right?
Yeah,
7
around
a.m.
7.
Wow. Confidence boosting win. Virat should open with the next 2 T20s instead of dropping Huda. Your thoughts? Also, will Pant come in this lineup?
Good question. Rahul Vasudev says, what are you going to do? What do you do?
But weren't we advocating for Pant to open
No,
with?
so tell, you pick now, he's
Yeah.
asking you. So now your regulars are back.
Yes.
Okay. Jasprit Bumrah is back. Rishabh Pant is back. Virat
Virat
Kohli is back. Now, how do you fit them into the 11? Do you? If you do, how do you do that? Come on.
Pant opens with Rohit.
Will that happen?
Pant, no, it's his team.
Ideal.
No, but why Ishan Kishan? He had a bad match today, a bad day in the office today.
He's been having 3 bad games.
No, but no.
Ireland series.
In the last series, no, he had decent scores.
Very 26 and 3, and now we are 8. He had the great series
That's
against
his
South
team, you
Africa.
make your team.
Against South Africa,
He had a great
also
series.
Yes. So,
But 3
just
matches.
on the
he's-
basis of a couple of games. Anyways,
I will go with Pant to open with Rohit.
Rohit, okay.
Virat.
So Ishan goes out.
Ishan
Okay,
goes out.
next.
Virat at 3.
Okay.
And
so Huda goes out.
Yes.
Huda goes out. No, then.
will that happen?
No, his team.
No, I'm
No, wait. If Pant comes back, DK will go out, no? So why not slot Huda in place of DK?
Okay. So
My team is Rohit, Pant,
okay.
Virat, Sky, Hardik, Huda. That's
Okay.
my
Huda
side.
at 6 now.
Yes.
Okay. DK goes out.
Yes.
Somebody who's doing well at
The
number
one who
3.
you're looking at as a finisher goes out.
Yep. If you want to include Huda and Kohli in, then you have to drop DK.
No, your team.
That's my team.
That's your team. Rahul Rawat, come on. What do you do? 3 players are coming. And Jasprit Bumrah comes in for
Sri Dumra, Arshdeep.
Arshdeep.
Yeah.
Because he is not part of the
there.
squad.
Yeah. So Bhuvi, Bumrah, Chahal,
And Ravindra Jadeja comes
Ravindra
in for.
Jadeja,
Akshar will take.
Akshar. Yeah,
right?
Akshar had a bad
Yeah,
game, so
yeah.
yeah, he comes back. Yeah.
No, if he had a good game, Ravindra Jadeja would have come back.
Even if he would have
Akshar,
had a good
no,
game.
now there is you can drop
Jadeja
Akshar
comes
without
back.
any guilt.
Okay, chalo. So Jadeja comes back for Akshar, we all
Akshar,
agree.
yes.
And Arshdeep because not part of the squad, so Bumrah comes
Bumrah.
in, that is agreed.
Yeah.
Right, done.
Done.
Now, Rishabh Pant is back, Virat Kohli is back.
Boom, Bumrah's back.
No, that we have.
No,
Ah.
Rishabh Pant,
Virat
Kohli, who else is back? From the test squad?
Shreyas Iyer.
Shreyas is also there.
Shreyas is back. Shreyas is back. So, How are you making your team?
I have no place for Shreyas in my
Either
team.
open with Virat or the owner of that number 3 spot comes back.
Virat comes in.
Because see,
No, you tell me what are you doing? You are making the 11. What are you doing?
I won't make any change in the team.
You won't make. So for you, Virat sits out, Rishabh Pant sits out.
Absolutely.
And you make the change in the bowling by
Bowling
Bumrah,
to- it is
Bumrah
very
and
easy.
Jadeja come in.
Because and as far as batting is concerned, what will happen is Virat will come in at number 3.
Yeah.
Unless
So okay.
he's going
So what were you saying? Oh, that is your team where you make no changes. But
yeah.
now you are telling this team what
Yes.
will happen.
I won't make any change.
So what will happen? What is your
I think Virat will come in at number 3.
and who goes out?
Deepak,
Deepak Huda.
Huda.
And Pant, does he come in or he sits out?
give him some rest.
Give him some rest. Okay. One point.
Don't make too
There
many
it
changes. It could be a series decider. The next game, if you win that game,
You have won the series. Yes.
exactly. And also, see, we've been discussing this since evening that maybe the selectors also want to see Virat how he does in the next few games. So if you have to see him, you'll have to play him.
But dropping Huda, who's hit 100, okay, against Ireland, but again 39 that set this game up beautifully, seems harsh. But if you are looking at Huda for the World T20, you have to give him a longer rope.
He is getting a longer rope,
Just 3 games.
but then he will.
Play the game. You have made him sit out, no?
Unfortunately, but that's going to happen. Otherwise, I don't want to make any change. Or else, do one thing: don't make any change. Ask Virat to open with Rohit Sharma.
No, you have given too many options. Your team would be no changes. If Rahul Rawat was making the team, no changes.
Except for the bowling.
Yeah, bowling, but batting, Virat doesn't come in, Pant doesn't come in. For you, you would have gone with this team,
Yeah.
the next team. But your guess is that Virat comes in and Huda will go out
Yep.
in the batting. Bowling, though, you've said 2 changes
Yes.
is happening. Bumrah coming in. Okay. Please go to the super chat here, Shivam. Shivam has a suggestion. Okay.
Rohit, Virat.
Okay.
Rest everything same.
No.
Yeah.
Rishabh in place of DK and Jadeja in place of Akshar.
That we know. Jadeja in place of Akshar and
Only
Bumrah
batting.
for Arshdeep.
Batting
we are done.
lineup.
We're only talking about batting.
Batting.
So okay, Shivam, our producer, has a suggestion. He thinks that Ishan goes out, Ishan Kishan goes out, Virat Kohli comes in as an opener, and then Dinesh Karthik goes out and Rishabh Pant comes in his place. Okay, go to the super chat. Ritik Roshan,
From California.
not California,
Canada.
Canada. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, so Ritik Roshan says, I bet VK, KL and Rohit won't play in one T20 team again. Oh,
For that to
we'll have to
happen,
wait 2 months.
For that to happen, KL
Yes,
Rahul will have to first get fit.
So for that to happen, we will have to still wait for 2 months. But he's making a prediction. He's saying he doesn't see Virat Kohli, KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma in one T20I team ever again. So if you've seen them together, you've seen it for the last time.
It's a bold
It's
prediction.
happened. It's a bold prediction. His 11 is Kishan and Rohit, Yadav and Huda, Pant and Pandya, Jadeja, Harshal, Bhuvi, Bumrah
Chahal.
and Chahal for the T20 World Cup. So in Ritik Roshan's team, there is no spot for
KL.
KL Rahul, Virat
Virat.
Kohli and Dinesh Karthik.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, Ritik. Noted.
Noted.
Noted. Love Rami is saying series seems sleepy. Please pardon him today.
I'm looking sleepy.
Wait, that's Love Rami's point. I'm not making it up.
Really, love me? Okay. Okay.
Rahul Anand is saying.
What is he saying?
This is really painful to say. But Virat Kohli currently doesn't deserve a place in the playing 11 along with.
No place for Shreyas Iyer, Ishan, Kishan also, he feels. So he's basically saying Virat, Shreyas and Ishan don't deserve a place. Is what Rahul Anand is saying.
Shreyas and Ishan.
Shreyas. It will be
Again,
difficult for
Nitish
Shreyas.
Sharma is also saying he loves our show, so thank you so much.
Nitish.
Sending you all the love back. He also wants to see Virat Kohli in this current style of play? A lot of questions on that. I'll tell you what I think will happen in the next match. I think batting there'll only be one change. Virat Kohli will come in.
That's it.
Yeah.
And Deepak Hooda goes out. Rishabh Pant I don't think will come in. DK will continue to play where he is. And your bowling changes will be Jasprit Bumrah
And Ravindra Jadeja.
and Ravindra Jadeja. That's it.
That'll be
So unfortunate for Deepak Hooda, who's been outstanding, but I think again, if we extend this logic to everyone, where listen, you are behind in the queue, at the moment you are.
But
Again, as we have said on Sports Today, since yesterday, that it's not guaranteed that Virat goes to the T20 World Cup. So if that is the case, then
can you open with Deepak Hooda? Because you did open.
no,
with
that was
Deepak
a
Hooda.
one-off. No, I wouldn't want to, because opening you have a option as well. I would rather have Rishabh Pant be tried for that
Yes.
spot. But anyway, that's not happening now. So what happens next game? My feeling is Virat Kohli comes in, Deepak Hooda goes out. That's it in batting. That's all. Bowling you'll have two changes. Jadeja coming in and nothing. Why also? Because what you're getting to hear is that Virat Kohli is not going to the West Indies at all. He is not part of that
tour.
ODI team, and then there are 3 T20s. Oh, sorry,
3 ODIs, 5 T20s.
There are reports that suggest that he may want to rest out of that also, and there are people who've been advocating that keep resting him. He needs to be rested. Well, there are two schools of thought. Like Ravi Shastri said, let him rest. Irfan Pathan, like yesterday, said nobody gets back to form with resting. Anyway, whatever be the case, whether BCCI decide to rest him or whether he, as reports are suggesting, is not going to go there, then I think Deepak Hooda is going to get plenty more chances to gauge him. But you want to be seeing Virat's form now.
No.
So I think he will play.
So that means if Virat is resting for the West Indies, directly gets to play the Asia Cup. That is the
Yes.
next.
But all of that will depend in the next 5 matches that he plays.
9, 10, mark those dates. 9, 10, 12, 14, 17. Those are the dates in which Virat Kohli has to show. And once again, he has to prove himself on those 5 days.
Yes. And if I was Virat Kohli,
Imagine.
and if the report suggests that he wants to rest for the T20Is in West Indies, and the team is to be announced on the 10th or the 11th, so it will happen before his. If I was Virat, I wouldn't wait, because the team will be announced on 10th or 11th, whatever. I would say I want to be in West Indies for the 3 T20Is.
5 T20s.
Or 5 T20Is, because team should be announced, and if I've said I want to be there, then he will be selected, right? And so God forbid if these 6 games or 5 games don't turn out the way you want them to be, there are another 5 games that you may have. So if I was Virat, I would want to go there. Anyway.
Imagine if anybody would have expected that there will be a day when we'll say that
Virat Kohli will have to prove himself. Wow.
Yes.
After
Will be
14
put on
years of
trial.
brilliance.
Will be put on trial.
After 14 years of brilliance. Such a demanding thing
but
it is.
that's how professional sport is.
No, and the problem is Virat has set the benchmark so high. That's why.
No, but right now it's not a question of bench. I'm just saying, Test cricket, even if he was not as good as he was, if he was averaging 29, you'd still be raising fingers.
Yes, yes.
Right, last 2 years. So it would have happened. It's not that he set the benchmark so high that now he's averaging 35 and you're questioning him. That's not even the case.
Yeah.
So
It happened to the best. It happened.
he will be back, as Shivam is saying, and very well could be.
It happened to Ricky Ponting. It happened to
Yes.
Ricky Ponting towards his fag end.
Yes, and as hard as it may have been for anyone, they gave him the nudge. They nudged him
They
out.
nudged him out.
They nudged
Same
him
with
out.
Michael Clark.
Yes.
The only guy who escaped this was probably Callis. Jacques Callis.
Yeah.
And Sachin.
Sahil was saying, why do you trust sources? We're not trusting the sources. That's why I said we're not confirming reports of whether Virat wants to go there or not. Certain reports are suggesting that he wants to be rested for the 5 T20Is in West Indies. We're not confirming that. But what we were confirming is that his spot in the T20 World Cup is not guaranteed.
Yep.
That is what we were confirming, and we're telling you from our own accord that is a reality right now, because the people who would be judging the team are keen to see that he comes back into form. But if he does not, in the worst case scenario, if he does not, they may be forced to look beyond him, which we maybe a month ago also never thought would have been possible. But now we're getting to hear through our trusted sources, there is some truth in that. That's what we are only reporting.
Maybe tomorrow we'll get a better picture. I'll try and speak to a few.
Yeah. Every day pictures keep changing. No, I myself accepted that. If you remember when we were talking, and people used to say during IPL, I think,
Yes.
when Rohit was not in form, I said yes, he's not. When Virat is not in form, I said yes, he's not, or Rohit included. I said, but there's no way that these two will not be in the World Cup. You need experience, you will take them. That's what, and that we said based on our own cricketing acumen, not that we had spoken. But only after having spoken to a few people, we are getting the feeling, and that's why we are sharing with you that now they are thinking that if he is not, and which also is knowledge to us, that they are thinking that if he is not going to be striking form, then they don't want to do the mistake of just taking experienced player like they did in the last World Cup, and not be playing the last beta semis or finals, whatever you aim at. So if they are thinking like that, then that's what we're sharing with you. That's all.
Although I still feel, as I said, I'll be surprised if Virat doesn't make it to that.
Let me ask you that. You would be surprised that he doesn't get his form back in all these games, and
No, I will be surprised irrespective of whatever happens in the next few games. I'll be surprised if Virat doesn't make it to that T20 World Cup.
No, so that's what I'm saying. If he scores run, then he is making it. So you will be surprised only if he doesn't get back into prime form and he is not part of the team. Then you would be surprised, right?
I'm saying irrespective of whatever happens, whether he scores runs in the next few games.
But if he scores runs,
doesn't,
he's going.
or he doesn't.
Why will he not go if he scores?
Still,
runs?
I think.
If he scores runs, then
if he doesn't score runs and gets picked, will that be surprising?
That's what I'm saying. That would you be surprised still?
No.
Then you won't be surprised. No, so you're saying the same thing.
That if he doesn't score,
if he doesn't score and gets picked for the World T20, then will we be surprised or not surprised?
I will not be.
Acha, you will not be surprised.
Yeah, same.
You think he will be picked, irrespective of what?
That's what I'm saying. For me, I think Virat will make it to that team.
No matter what happens.
No matter what, same.
You also think like
that? Yes.
Okay.
It's Virat because it's like, see, you need big game experience, and traditionally in the T20 format, his record is actually not bad.
It's the strike rate.
Strike rate is an issue.
No, also see, and as I said,
135.
Maybe
right?
we'll do the video tomorrow. We look at. Don't just look at T20 eyes. There's not a big sample size. A lot of people
IPL.
tag me. You have to add IPL to it. You'll have to, and we'll put all the combined stats together and let's compare all players, and let's be fair to everyone. We'll do
probably by the end of the T20 series can be done, no? Because then we'll have a broader picture. Because
then nobody won't want to see previous stats. Then people would have made up their mind. If you do at the end of the T20 series, if he's got runs, then even if you said he shouldn't be part of the T20 or strike rate, whatever, no one is going to listen to you. If he doesn't score runs, then even the biggest supporters will say that maybe you go to the T20 World Cup without him. So then all the runs scored before will not matter. Now if you look at those stats, maybe now you can, discuss that. Maybe tomorrow when we do the dugout in the evening, we'll look at it. A lot of people are picking their team. So Chaitanya said VK comes in for Deepak Huda, Jaddu for Akshar, Harshal out, Bumrah comes in. No. Arshdeep is not. Arshdeep is not there, so Bumrah for Arshdeep will be.
Yes.
Good morning and lots of love from Chandigarh. Rahul Rana, is that Chandigarh? Yes.
Yes.
I think Ishan might be left out and will swap with Kohli. DK to be left out and Rishabh in. Ravi Jadeja for Akshar. Bumrah for Arshdeep, he says. These could be the changes. That's his opinion. Okay, go down to the bottom, Shivam, please. Okay, रोक लो कहीं पे. हाँ. Okay, Amit Kumar Jha is saying Ishan Kishan or Huda. Who do you think is ahead in the selection?
Huda.
Huda, yeah. Even I say Huda, though they are going to be fighting for different positions altogether. So, if let's say KL is not fit and you're not going to experiment with a Rishabh Pant as an opener or even a Kohli as an opener, then Ishan will still be in contention.
Yes.
So
I think that is the reason why Ishan is still playing, is still in that squad, because maybe they don't have a clarity on KL
Rahul.
Yeah.
And they need to keep the backup ready.
8 matches he's already played. Yeah.
Yes. Siddharth Singh Parmar has also picked his team. He says it will be Rohit, Huda, Virat, Surya, Hardik. So Ishan has gone out. Hardik, DK, Jadeja, Harshal, Bhuvi, Bumrah and Chahal.
No Pant.
No Pant, but this is the team that I had also picked. No,
you had picked Pant.
You have Pant.
no, I hadn't picked Pant. No, I had only got Virat in for Huda.
I think that will that's what
and I had kept Ishan.
Virat will come back into the team, and I think as far as batting is concerned, that will be the only change in the next.
Yes, that's what even I said. Oh, for me, only Virat will come in batting. Bowling, of course, Jadeja and Bumrah, but I think
So DK will continue to keep, and Pant sits out.
Yes, or if Ishan is there, maybe Ishan might keep.
Okay.
Ishan Kishan. Because if Huda goes out, then
Yeah.
Manish Maheshwari has a good point. Tomorrow किसकी निगल का न्यूज़ आएगा?
Nigal.
Good one, Manish. Has a point. You keep talking this one, suddenly news comes, son has a niggle. It's ruled. Good one.
Good one. Yes.
Comment of the morning, should I say? It is morning.
Yeah.
2:45.
Yes. Rahu Ketu Samay.
So Nitish Sharma is saying, I remember around 2019 World Cup, there were talks about dropping Dhoni, but he was the highest run getter for Australia series and got into the World Cup team. Virat needs to do something like that.
Remained not out throughout that series.
Yes.
Yes, but it would have been tough to have dropped Dhoni irrespective, I think. And also see, a lot of it depends on the captain. Virat would have definitely taken Dhoni, whether he got runs there or not. No, I'm saying that instance.
That's right.
Now you ask him about Rohit. Yeah, Rohit would want to win the cup, and if he thinks that Virat is in form, why would he want to leave Virat out? You would want to. Okay, Gaming Live has picked his team. He's gone with Virat Kohli, Rohit, Huda. Acha, Ishan has gone out.
Yeah.
Sky, Pant, Hardik, DK. Who else has gone out? DK, Rohit, Huda, Sky, Pant and Hardik and DK.
Harshal, Bhuvi, Bumrah, Chahal. Huda and Hardik as all-rounder.
Oh, one spinner is reduced.
Yeah. He's not picked Akshar.
No, but if you were looking at Huda as an all-rounder, they would have given him some overs here also. He's not getting too much. I think Huda at best they'll use on a rare day where a lot of bowlers are going for run and you suddenly want to bring some change. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not gone for another spinner. He's only kept one spinner. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting team. Gaming Live. सबसे नीचे ही आ जाओ. That's just some love. And Sham Yadav has just sent some love from Canada. Go down, please. हाँ. रोक लो कहीं पे. Aryan Nakhat says, Rahul, please read it.
KL Rahul always gets injured before or during big games and tournament. That's Aryan Nikhat Singh, as reported.
Before a bilateral series, before an ICC event, when did he get injured?
No.
And during an ICC event,
who will miss a World Cup or an ICC? No, he's saying important tournament, big tournaments or games.
Big games and tournaments
before.
Before
and
2021, what did he miss? After the IPL, they directly jumped into the World T20.
Ehtisham Ali says he's from Pakistan and he's saying salam from Pakistan. He says Sanju Samson is a talent. India is wasting him. He should open in the World Cup with Rohit. Ehtisham Ali, gee, there is so many contenders that in that contention, I agree with you that he's a talent, Sanju Samson.
Yep.
But right now, in a fight for talented blokes, there is a long line. And we have to figure that line as to who gets a chance only once we know what the future of a few senior players are. If they're going to be playing, then you can have all the talent like a Deepak Hooda who's firing, or a Dinesh Karthik also, by the way, who till South Africa was firing for you.
Yes.
Till the last series also. So, with all that in mind, we don't know how many of them fit. Pant also is a talent and you want to see him in white ball. So, too many options right now.
Yeah.
And it's easy for everyone to say he should be in the team, but nobody gives a suggestion as to who should go out.
It's like I'll use the IRCTC analogy for this. Sanju Samson is RLWL, remote location waitlist. That means his chances are pretty low. Deepak Hooda and the kind of thing the shuffling is going on, he's PQWL, pooled quota.
Deepak Hooda,
What is that?
Pooled quota. Pooled quota waitlist,
The
PQWL.
railway terminology is using. He books a lot of train tickets, so you know.
Train tickets ही ज़्यादा book करता हूँ मैं, so I know. There is RAC, there is WL, there is PQWL, there is RLWL, and then there is WL regret. And I think Sanju is between RLW and WL regret. Not
Those
confirmed.
of you who understand this railway booking terminology,
Yes.
you would have got what he has said.
Yep. Even in Tatkal, it's not happening.
Tatkal. Rahul, are you done? Or you want to take one more question or?
No, I'm good to.
You're good to go. Thank you, Simon Abraham, for joining
thank
us
you.
and appreciating all the work that we do. Go to the bottom, please. Shivam won last time. I just stopped. Aryan Nakhat is saying, are you guys planning to sleep in the studio? No, we're all heading back. But you know, how can we not be doing a show for you guys?
Yes.
We miss your company. And while we share our thoughts, we love your comments. And actually, that is what helps us also sometimes think. Rahul Anand saying you were hoping for your favorite butler to score runs. That's why you wore pink, Rajasthan's pink.
Yes.
And he
Didn't
got
happen.
bold.
That's why you were supporting them also. I didn't.
I want Yuzi Chahal is in the Indian team.
Yes,
Yes.
that's also
This
there.
was for him, and he did pretty well.
Yeah, he got two wickets today. Yes.
One dropped catch also.
Yes. He also dropped. Right.
And hopefully Hooda is not injured his
Surya
bowling arm.
dropped. I think
One came to him also.
Yeah.
Caught and bowled.
And I hope Hooda has not injured his bowling arm, because that throw that he gave to Yuzi, he was grimacing. He was really holding his hand because he was in pain.
Go down. Crazy Athar is also saying Kohli and Rohit should open. That's a good combination. Though I would like to see Rishabh Pant open.
Exactly. That could be the X factor. But
Okay. Okay then. It's been a long night. It's early morning. And by the time we sleep, it will definitely be morning. The sun would be out.
by the time I will reach home.
Karun Ahluwalia, I think Hooda will be replaced by VK and VK will not be opening. Bat at 3 and Ishan Kishan might open again. We'll never know.
Kisan.
Who knows what happens. But tomorrow is another day. We'll see you tomorrow. And we'll be building up for day after's game.
At Edgbaston.
Plenty of action
Both the
coming.
games.
No, the third game is at Trent Bridge. Nah, not hardly a couple of hours away.
Yes. Rajan Thin, why are you saying thank you to us? Thank you
Thank
for giving us company. Ikpreet Singh says thank you and
Vanakkam.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye. Don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today, as Shivam is saying.
Yep.
Yes.